Duyne is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I appreciate getting out of D.C. When you come there and you have to testify in front of us and we're, on these tall chairs higher than you, it can be really intimidating. This is more intimidating for us than it is for you because we're in your backyard. We are in your home. And I think it's good for us to get out and talk to you where you live and not make you come all the way to D.C. where it's all stuffy and, we know what we're talking about. Because as you have pointed out, we don't know what we're talking about, and we need to learn from you a lot. Unfortunately, since the Biden administration took office, we have observed a concerning trend of rising inflation, resulting in the average household experiencing an additional expense of $10,000 per year. And this economic downturn has further been worsened by a record 24 consecutive months of declining inflation-adjusted wages, leaving millions of families struggling to make ends meet. Moreover, we cannot ignore the fact that this administration continues to accuse small businesses of using a loophole, and to back it up is currently pursuing a $1.8 trillion tax hike, which would primarily target Main Street businesses. This tax hike includes a small business surtax expansion of $650 billion that targets owner-operated small businesses, an additional $235 billion in taxes through an increase in the top individual tax rate for small businesses, and a $77 billion increase in the death tax, which will force family farms, ranches, and other generational businesses to sell assets to cover an enormous tax bill. Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to submit to the record a petition signed by over 11,000 small business owners who agree that their small business is not a loophole.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you very much. Ms. Couch, in total, President Biden's budget outlines several major tax increases that would add up to nearly $4.8 trillion in new tax hikes on workers, families, farmers, and small businesses, and destroy 335,000 jobs, cut workers' wages by 1%, and reduce our economic growth by 1.3%. Inflation remains the top problem for small businesses. Inflation means that businesses are likely not selling more goods and services, but the prices for those goods and services are higher. And therefore, it appears that their income is higher, but that's not good for the economy overall. So are you seeing your clients report higher taxable incomes as a result of high inflation? And is that one reason for historically high business tax revenue?
No, I'm seeing their gross profit margins going down because of higher cost of goods sold. So that's where the big decrease is. And then to bring it even further down the profit and loss statement, once you apply the increase in overhead expenses, you're seeing another reduction in net profit margins. So no, we are not seeing, the cost of inflation is driving profits down.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. You also work diligently with the IRS. In last Congress, House Democrats gave billions of dollars, which they claim will help improve customer service. Have you seen an increase?
Absolutely not.
What have you seen?
I called the IRS yesterday about for a client. I was transferred 4 times, and I held for over 2 hours. I held my entire drive to Atlanta, which was almost 3 hours. So, wow. Customer service is terrible.
Well, we continue to see complaints of the IRS agents continuing to work from home and not being responsive, and I think you basically just explained how that actually is happening and how that's affecting small businesses. For the past 2 years, worker shortages have been fueled by Democrats' misguiding spending policies. Has your business faced worker shortage issues, and if so, what impact has that had on your operations? And Mr. Livingston, I'll go ahead and start with you.
Yes, ma'am. We've faced, as I said in my opening statement there, that we sent out 92 W-2 forms this year with the average of keeping 30 employees, and so our turnover rate is unbelievable on that. Again, I go back to the fact that so many make a statement to me that they can make more working from home, which is almost unbelievable for how they do that. I think most of us wish we could figure that out, but every morning we're strapping on our boots and we're going to work. So yes, we have been affected by that. We've been affected by in the home market also with not having subcontractors to show up to get our houses done in an amount of time. And when we're working on deadlines and those type of things, those are costing us money in the long run, because every day that we're over off a contract, we're out of pocket money. Same way with the restaurant. Every day that we can't open the doors because of lack of employment, cost us sales. And no matter if we're closed or not, the bills continue to come in daily. So yes, we've struggled in that.
I appreciate it very much. My time has expired. I yield back. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Van Duyne. Mr. Feenstra is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to thank you, Ranking Chair, also for being here. Thank you, each one of you, for your witness testimonies and all you do. I mean, you are the people that actually make this economy tick